Well, a good afternoon to you. Meteorologist Nicholas Herboso here for Next Weather. We thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be kind of a calmer one here because our line of showers that we have been tracking has passed through our area pretty much entirely at this point. Just some showers right now over northwest Florida. This will be clearing, and we're going to be focusing in on the event forecast because we do have a lot of events, especially with the Senior Bowl going on. That is tonight and into the weekend as well, with the Senior Bowl being on Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us here on our Facebook Live here on Next Weather. Lots to talk about next week, though. We do have some much warmer temperatures that are on the way. We'll be taking a look at the almanac, the average high temperatures, all of that we'll be breaking down. Let's start with the current situation right now across the region. We have a cold front that is working its way across the area, and that is going to be meaning some slightly cooler air for our Saturday morning. If you have Saturday morning plans early on, go ahead and be ready for a little bit of a chill. I mean, we're talking 40s for our temperatures here, but right now we are in the 60s, and notice this is not an especially strong front. You can see the temperatures behind the front. We're still in the 60s there, 69 in Jackson still, 70 Baton Rouge, 65 in Alexandria. So really not that strong of a cold front pushing through our area. We had a marginal risk of severe weather today for the eastern half of our area that did not materialize as we kind of expected. So you can see this is all clearing out. And if you have plans to head downtown tonight, downtown Mobile, for, of course, all the Senior Bowl festivities going on, it's looking like a really nice night. You don't have to deal with rain. You might deal with some cooler temperatures very late tonight as the wind starts to shift there, but really nice conditions overall. Here's a look at the current conditions across our region right now. We are in the 60s across much of the area. Pensacola officially still reporting rain as of 49 minutes ago. We should see some improvements there very shortly, though. It's probably already stopped raining in Pensacola at this point based on that radar picture that we saw. Otherwise, comfortable evening ahead for the Gulf Coast, and that is going to be the main story overnight tonight. If you have evening plans, it is looking rather good. But looking ahead, though, let's talk weekend. Weekend outlook is busy. We do have a lot of events going on. And the good news is it is a fantastic forecast for whatever you have planned. 68 degrees on Saturday, 71 on Sunday, with mostly sunny conditions both days. I do have to give you the heads up, though, that the morning temperatures on Saturday morning and Sunday morning will be rather chilly. We're talking about temperatures that are in the 40s. In the near term, we are excited for Friday night here. We have concert and parade happening downtown Mobile. Kind of an unofficial start to the Mardi Gras season. The official start to the Mardi Gras season in the Central Gulf Coast will be tomorrow with our Dauphin Island parade. But tonight, Sammy Kershaw, Eli Young Band, and the concert, and then our street party and Mardi Gras parade for the players there, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Looks like a fantastic forecast with temperatures in the 50s and no issues with rain for them. Then we move to Saturday. Saturday is, of course, the Reese's Senior Bowl at Hancock Whitney Stadium. The kickoff is at 1:30 p.m. 67 degrees is our kickoff temperature for the American team versus the national team. Halftime, I have to give a shout out to the University of South Alabama Jaguar Marching Band will be performing along with the Excelsior Band. It'll be a great halftime show. It's their Mardi Gras show. If you have not caught that show earlier this year, it is honestly one of the best, actually, I would say, performances that the JMB, the Jaguar Marching Band, has done in a very long time. It's just a fantastic, fun show. And coming from former drum major of Jaguar Marching Band myself, this has been so fun to watch them put this show together. So be sure to check that out. 68 degrees at the end of the game. Sunny conditions are expected tomorrow. Today, 68 degrees. Our temperatures, 80 degrees is the record, so we're not there. But I'll tell you, that normal of 63, look at the forecast highs over the next 7 days. We're not even close to that 63 degree temperature. Our closest is tomorrow, when we have our cool morning, then temperatures in the upper 60s in the afternoon for tomorrow. That's your Saturday afternoon. But then we're into the 70s and middle 70s by next week. Almost thinking about beach weather at that point. It is going to be so mild. However, I will mention that the water temperatures down at the beaches are still in the upper 50s, so it might not be the most comfortable experience down there. But middle 70s now, maybe a walk on the beach as we get to next week. What about the low temperatures? Kathleen, thank you for checking in. Hello from Citronelle. You have some good weather there expected this evening. What about forecast lows here over the next 7 days? 40s, I mentioned. Our next couple of mornings will be chilly, so be ready for that. But then we go up into the 50s there for Tuesday, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning as well, and a morning low on Friday morning of 60 degrees. So again, this is well above average for our area. So just be ready. It's going to be really feeling like spring over the next 7 days. I have to talk about something else as well. Over the next 7 days, we are expecting kind of a more humid feel as well, and that will mean that each morning we have the potential for some fog. And I think this fog could be rather dense each morning, so just be ready for that. The potential for fog tomorrow morning definitely out there, but I think the potential will ramp up maybe towards middle of the week when we get temperatures in the 50s. We'll kind of see how it goes, but it's going to be kind of a spring-like pattern, and typically in spring we have moments where we do have fog in the morning, so just kind of be ready for that. Johnny, thank you for checking in from Pensacola. Got a nice evening for you ahead as well. Cool morning tomorrow morning, as you can see there, and the forecast lows across the area again will be cooler the next couple of mornings, so just be ready for that. So we're talking about this kind of warming trend in our longer range forecast, kind of medium and longer range forecast after our low point, which is tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. But do we have any rain chances that come up with this? Right now, the pattern is actually really simple. We have a ridge of high pressure that will be developing over the Gulf, and that will mean relatively quiet conditions. Surface high pressure develops kind of over Florida and maybe over the Atlantic, and that'll mean that we have that kind of southerly push of moisture. That'll make it feel a little more humid. Talk about the potential for fog each day. Also talking about the milder temperatures. Eventually, we do introduce a rain chance. Some weak fronts attempt to come into our area, and the numbers, 20% starting Wednesday. It's really kind of weak stuff. Not expecting any really significant weather systems over the next 7 days. So let's break this down with the 7-day outlook. It's going to be kind of a quicker one. We are birding right up against the 3 o'clock show here, so we're going to have more information on this on Fox 10 Live at 3 p.m. But there's that 7-day, and again, 68 degrees on Saturday, just looking comfortable tomorrow afternoon. It's just going to be a fantastic weekend of weather for the Gulf Coast. Kind of a nice break from the more active weather that we have had. There's those middle 70s by the middle of next week. Just be ready for it. And then we do have that rain chance that gets introduced. But it's a quiet forecast for us here over the next 7 days. So we kind of get to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your weekend as well. If you're heading out to the Senior Bowl, should be a really fun experience there. So be sure to enjoy that. The forecast is looking fantastic. Mardi Gras Parade happening on Dauphin Island on Saturday afternoon. It looks like it's going to be a good forecast for that one as well, with its temperatures in the 50s on Dauphin Island. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be starting the 3 p.m. show in just a few minutes. So be sure to tune in to Fox 10 News, Fox 10 Live at 3 p.m. And I will be in 4 and 5 p.m. for Jason. Jason comes back in at 9 and 10 tonight. So be sure to tune in. I'll leave you with the 7-day outlook. Thank you for joining us on this quick edition of Next Weather.